Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's eman5697 here with my Coleman PowerMate and my Zoller sump pump. There's a pump down in that pit, and that pit's about 12 feet deep. What that pit does is there's a bunch of water all over my property, and that pump, there's sewer grates all throughout here, and it all reports to here. So what's happening is that pump burned out, so I'm taking my basement sump pump hooked up to a piece of filter hosing, and it's gonna pump out over there, which actually is like the only place I can get it for now. I just need to get the water level low enough so I can get the other pump out of there and test it to see if it's burned out or not. So here's my ingenious idea. I'm gonna take the part that you're supposed to hold the pump by whenever you're pumping manually, and I'm gonna hook it up with one of these little clamps, which is hooked to a chain, which is hooked to a hockey stick, and I'll get the pump lowered in, and then I'll continue the video. Alright, so this is my most ingenious idea ever yet. Just to make sure, the only flaw that it has is that hockey stick might break, but I highly doubt it within the operation, so we're gonna give this a shot. Let me get my glove off here so I can record. We're gonna give this a shot. So generator on, choke on. This thing is a beast. It starts on first pull, and this is the first time I've used it in what, like 3 or 4 months or longer. Alright. Oh boy. Pump just tipped over, but it sure is pumping. And it should turn off automatically because it's got a float switch. And as you can see, we are pumping water. Best idea ever. Applaud for E-Man! Woohoo! Alright. So as you can see, there's a little grate, which that cap goes to. Try to get a little bit closer to the camera so I can cut out some of the noise of the generator, which is a beast. But right there, you can start seeing the top of the cord to the pump that's in there. And yeah, so we'll let this continue to pump. And yeah, as you can see, the post kind of tipped over a little bit. And take another view at the output over here. I'm really, really happy that this worked, because or else I'd be sitting here with a flooded front lawn. And that water is a nice brown for you. But the generator's kind of sitting cockeyed right now because of the muckiness of the lawn out here. But as soon as that's done pumping out, the generator won't have a use anymore, so we'll be good. Well, yeah, it will, because I tried this previously about 20 minutes ago, and it worked, so I was so surprised that I had to run and grab my camera. And now that it's working, I'm applauding myself, and we'll let this finish up, and in the meantime, we will run to my basement and check on how the sump pit's doing. I'm going to try to hustle it here, check how the sump pit's doing, make sure my basement's not flooding. Just come on down here. There's the pit over there in the corner. It's getting pretty full, but nowhere near to where it will need that pump. So the pump post. Right, let's get back out there, make sure no one steals my stuff, and that my pump doesn't keep going because the float's hung up on something, so it won't break. All right. And I do apologize if the generator is too loud for the camera and you guys can barely hear me, but I'm trying. That's all you guys need to know. By the look of the water over there, it looks like the pump is still going. Yeah, the pump is still going, and the water level only dropped a little bit. It's probably because of the high income amount of all these other puddles flooding in there. Poor thing. Alright. Alright, so for the sake of video length, I think I will pause the video until we are completed with our pumping. Alright, so hold on. Alright, YouTube. We're in a bit of a... Okay, so I'm walking up my lawn right now. The generator's off, as you can hear. But I'm just checking up here to make sure that nothing's coming back through. Because it's where the pump comes out right there. Out to the ditch, or what I'd like to call a ditch. So, I got the sewage pump out, and now I need to test it, see if it's burned out, and I think I'm going to stick the other pump back in for a little bit while I'm testing the other one to see what I've got going on, because as you can see right now, that pit is filling back. It's backfeeding for some reason. And that one reason, I do not know why. But we're gonna, that's the pump right there that was in there pumping all the water out. This is the pump that I suspect is burned out. Looks yummy, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna stop recording, get that pump back in, pump out a little bit more water just so we don't get a flood up here too. Fucking lawn. I'm just gonna pump out this, and yeah, so we can get it pumping again, and hopefully we can resolve this by testing if that pump's burned out, or if it was the float, or if it was the outlet that's in there. I don't even know what it was, but we'll find out shortly. So stay tuned for the next part of Sump Pump Adventures. Yay. Peace. Oh my god. Okay, guys, we're back in the basement, and one word to describe this is ugh. Exactly that. See all that black sludge on there? It's fucking gross. It smells like complete shit. Ugh. Why do I get myself into this stuff? That's the pump that you guys saw outside. It's hooked back up in the basement. Working fine. Cleaned out the bottom of it. But now I gotta clean up this one and see if I can save it, or... because I did discover a little splice in the wire where it was coming close to the actual pump housing itself. There's a little splice, so I'm going to see if I can try to open up the housing and reconnect some wiring to it. And if that doesn't work, then it looks like I'm going to be out of about $200 for a new pump. Because I do not like digging that thing up very frequently, so I will buy a good pump that will cost $200+. So... thank you for watching this episode of frickin' Sump Pump Faggot Goddamn Adventures. Have a nice day.